Hello, and welcome back to another video. Sorry for my large absence, but you gotta deal with it. Also, by the way, seems I've unknowingly started a Discord war and then ended it all while barely being on Discord. So just letting you know. Anyway, today I will be reviewing in depth the Batman. So spoiler warning, and let's get started. First of all, this film is phenomenal. It has seriously impressive cinematography, a dark gritty aesthetic, and a great story, and fantastic ensemble of a cast. This is also the first live action Batman flick that goes in deep to the detective side of his vigilantism career. While complicated at times, the story and plot are very well fleshed out and established and tell a great tale of vengeance turning into heroism. A transition of this early Batman from a brutal nightcrawler to someone the people of Gotham can trust and believe in. The film starts off with a first-person view through the Riddler's eyes, as Ave Maria plays, which will become a major part of this film and is also linked to the Riddler's character, with him being a choir boy. It shows the mayor, the Riddler's next victim, playing swords with his son before switching to a scene with the mayor on the phone, discussing his mayoral statistics and shadily asking for a bump in the votes. As the mayor paces, Riddler is revealed. He takes his time and waits for the mayor to be at his most vulnerable before striking. Edward Cedric Diggory Cullen Wayne is introduced to the audience through a gritty opening monologue about the city and its acceptance of his methods of fear. The transition into a group of thugs with Joker-esque makeup planning a mugging. They are abruptly interrupted by Batman's industrial heavy boots slowly thudding down the stairs. He introduces himself as
I'm vengeance.
before beating the living shit out of the thugs. It then cuts to a Batman, a roster of cops, and Jim Gordon investigating the mayor's murder. Batman shows some detective skills, making the first real detective live-action Batman, and receives a card from Riddler. As Batman looks over at the son of the mayor, something in the way starts playing. This is not only the same song used in the first real teaser trailer for this film, but also used twice in this film, at the start and at the end, to show the start and end of Batman's progression as a character. Soon after, Batman arrives back at his Batcave, which is a converted subway station owned by Bruce Wayne. He demasks and starts analysing footage from his eye camera, picking out clues. The scene is one of my favourites, as it not only does it show Bruce's detective skills, but also shows he's not always on patrol beating people up, but at his desk working out stuff. And previous Batman live-action films, while great, haven't really delved into the side of Bruce. Alfred helps work out the clues, which leaves the pair with a word: drive. Bruce then off-screen suits up and goes with Jim Gordon to the mayor's garage, where they find the car with the thumbprint, which reveals the photos of Mayor Dawn Mitchell Jr. and an unnamed girl, who we later find out is Annika, Catwoman's late girlfriend. They are seen near the Iceberg Lounge, residence of Oswald Cobblepot. Batman goes there to interrogate Penguin and shares his first scene with Selina Kyle, who works at the lounge. As Batman's failed interrogation ends, Selina leaves and has a call with a worried Annika. She arrives home and is shown through the eyes of Bruce, as Selina tries to console her friend before getting ready to go out in her Catwoman costume. Bruce follows her to the deceased mayor's house and stops her as she tries to seal back her friend's passport. He wrongly accuses her, and this shows the nature of this universe's Batman, as his outlook on things that all criminals are bad. His vision of what crime is warped due to the murder of his parents and only sees black and white. A person that is comparable to this is Rorschach from Watchmen, although Rorschach is a lot more far gone than Bruce, as he views crime as a disease and will not stop at anything for his view on justice. He's corrected twice throughout the film and grows with this advice. Batman and Selina arrive at the apartment to find wrecked as Annika was taken. Riddler is then shown on TV with a dying Commissioner Savage, and he vows to kill again. Bruce and Gordon go to the scene to find Savage dead, and another clue with another card for Batman. They also find photos of the late commissioner purchasing drops, a fictional hallucinogen. They work out the Riddler's killing corrupt higher-ups to reveal Gotham's true dirty colours that is filled with lying and deceit. It cuts to a close-up of Batman giving Selina an eye camera as she is going incognito to the club. She burps into District Attorney Gil Coulson and finds out that the Moroni case, Gotham's biggest drug bust, was rigged as an informant was reported to be working inside helping the GCPD. Being another corrupt official, Gil is knocked out and a bomb is strapped to his neck. After Bruce talks to Gordon about the informant, it cuts to him in formal attire as Alfred passes him decoded message stating, "You are El Rata Alada," which roughly translates to "You are the winged rat." Bruce attends the funeral of the late mayor, which is surrounded by Riddler supporters protesting. The ceremony, however, is cut short by a car driven by Gil Coulson, bomb strapped around his neck, and a phone strapped to his hand. The room is immediately in panic, and this is another of the film's incredible scenes as it set up this incredible manic, tense atmosphere. This is amplified when Bruce arrived with his suit on and engages with Riddler through the phone on Coulson's hands and answers the riddles. Coulson doesn't survive as he can't reveal the informant identity due to the risk of his family's safety. As the bomb explodes, Bruce wakes up at the GCPD station as officers are about to unmask him. He's accused by the captain for accessory to murder and has to escape by punching Gordon. He is followed until he jumps off the ledge off the building and deploys his wingsuit. This iteration of Batman's wingsuit is probably my favourite out of any I have seen in the comics or otherwise. It is fairly bulky and shows the early stages of Batman's gadgets. The design is interesting and is paired with an incredible gliding scene, which I preferred the gliding scene in The Dark Knight. This one is incredible in its own right. Next scene, Gordon and Batman are at the drops trade. Catwoman also happens to be there, and she discovers Annika's dead body. Penguin spots her and shots are fired. Penguin is then chased by Batman in his brand new redesigned unique Batmobile, which is this universe is a modified muscle car. The chase scene is incredible with loud, exaggerated music and frantic breathing from Cobblepot. It ends with an incredible scene of Batman walking from the wreckage, the shot positions upside down like a bat. After an interrogation and extra Spanish lessons from Penguin, Gordon and Batman find the rataalada.com website and work out a location from Riddler, which leads them to clues for the next victim. The scene of them searching the abandoned hospital is one of the very few horror elements throughout the film and really plays on your emotions as it builds up to the search for clues. They find a video of Thomas Wayne's mayoral campaign and work out that Bruce is the next victim. Frantic with worry, Bruce hurriedly dials Alfred but finds out he is in intensive care from the Riddler's explosives planted in the manor. Bruce goes digging for clues and then meets up with Selina. She reveals about her past, how Carmine Falcone, a massive mob boss in Gotham, one of the best villains in the film, is her father. Soon after, Bruce learns about his own past and his mother's history in Arkham. In a new report, he found out info about a news reporter who dove deep into the Wayne history and found out when Thomas Wayne tried to pay him off, he refused, which led to Carmine Falcone being asked to help Thomas. This ended with the death of the reporter. Bruce, devastated, goes to Falcone for answers. Falcone sees Bruce in a vulnerable position and feeds him lies. Even more hurt, Bruce visits Alfred in hospital to find out the real truth and is told that Falcone set up the Wayne murders after Thomas said he would tell the police everything. This is a solemn and emotional scene, and Andy Serkis acts with such passion, creating a heart-wrenching scene. Bruce is quick to spot the bat signal and meets Gordon there, who is puzzled to know who turned it on. They arrive from the elevator to Catwoman beating the corrupt cop Kinsey, who was an accomplice to the murder of Annika, who was murdered by Carmine Falcone. The scene continues as it revealed that Carmine Falcone had been running Gotham for 2 decades, almost everyone in his pocket. With Selina out for revenge, we get some incredible fight scenes as Batman tries to stop Selina from killing Falcone. This is a wasted effort as he is shot as he is arrested. This reveals Riddler's apartment and the police start searching this place while also arresting the Riddler, whose real name is Edward Nashton. GCPD continue to search through thousands of ledgers and documents hastily written by Nashton. A final card is found by Bruce, hidden in a bat cage, which had the message on it. It was a password for a live stream revealing the last plan. The next scene, Batman is in Arkham with Riddler, very similar to the Joker interrogation scene in The Dark Knight. Riddler talks about his inspiration being from Batman's vigilantism. At one point, it seems that the Riddler knows Batman's identity, and the eerie music plays really makes this scene the more creepy, makes you believe that the Riddler knows who Bruce is. He explains to Bruce what being an orphan really is, and how he suffered, and no one noticed it as the attention was on recently deceased Wayne's. He compliments Bruce's mask and tells the audience a key part of Batman's psyche. Batman is his real identity, as he has been so consumed by his alter ego. Bruce Wayne has been the guise hiding his real personality. Riddler comments on how Batman was part of the plan all along, instrumented into his maniacal plan. Without Batman, his final plan wouldn't be possible. This is when Batman realizes Riddler's overall objective was. He questions Riddler over and over as Riddler mocks him, singing Ave Maria. The scene fades with eerie singing coming to a close. Using his chest emblem batarang blade, man enters Riddler's apartment. As he looks around, a police officer appears. Batman continues searching and comes across the murder weapon of the mayor. It is revealed to be a tucker. Batman starts to uncover the carpet to reveal a map with blinking lights all along the Gotham seawall. Carved in large letters is "A Real Change." The blinking lights represent bombs, and the inscription on the floor is the password to the locked video. The Riddler shows up on the video, talking to his audience. He thanks them for detonator tips and comments on screen show his psychopathic lackeys are willing to help. His plan is to blow up the city seawall and plunge Gotham into murky depths of flooding. The seawall starts to explode as Nashton cheers from. Panic spreads all around Gotham, and breaking news starts appearing. Riddler's audience, dressed as Riddler, start to show up with sniper rifles. As the video ends, Riddler remarks about real change. Jim Gordon, among all commotion, tries to settle people and get Bella Real to safety. The Riddler army start to fire their rifles, attempting to kill the mayoral-elect. Bella Real denies the chance to escape as she does not want the Gotham citizens to perish in the floods. She attempts to get her people under control as people are in total hysteria. Shots are fired and Bella is hit, but not killed. Just as chaos breaks out, the ceiling explodes, glass shattering everywhere, Batman crashing through. He starts going through each of Riddler's followers. One manages to get the upper hand and Batman is left hanging on the ledge. Shots continue to be fired as Bella Real is tended to. Fire officers start attempting to rescue people as the water level rises. Rifles continue to be shot as he attaches a small explosive to a canister of gas, which explodes, creating a cloud of gas, disguising Batman. He then gains the advantage and leaps at one of the enemies before taking out the other three. One of Riddler's followers manages to grab a shotgun and shoots Bruce. This stuns him and he falls again, managed to grip the ledge, mirroring the scene previously. As the lackey hurriedly reloads, he places the gun to Batman's kill. As he is about to shoot, Catwoman appears to save Bruce. Too weak to get up, Batman lies there, about to pass out. Selina's moment is cut short, as the same lackey manages to regain himself and strikes her over the head with the butt of the shotgun. She is dragged away and Bruce is unable to help her. He uses his last resort, a syringe of pure adrenaline. This jump starts his system and he gets up and gets the thug off Selina. He begins to continuously beat the man's face. Jim Gordon spots this and tries to calm Bruce down. They unmask him, revealing a beaten, battered man. He is questioned, "Who the hell are you?" and he answers, "I'm Vengeance." The lights flicker out as panic starts again, as the water starts to fill the hall they are in. Batman realizes he needs to help these people to become Gotham's true hero. He grapples onto the wire and cuts it, the shock not affecting him due to his suit's capabilities. He resurfaces and uses a flare to get the citizens' attention. Giacchino's music really sells this next sequence as a somber music plays while Batman helps Gothamites from the wreckage shrouded in red light, not unlike the various promotional posters. He leads the way out, Gothamites following him. The scene fades as something in the way starts to play, and Bruce's monologue begins again, showing his progress as a person over the last few days. He talks about the moving on from the flooding and how violence will start and people will start looting. Bruce states that he had an effect, but not the kind he expected. This is when he truly embodies his duty as Batman. The second last scene plays out, Riddler finding a new friend in Arkham, this universe's Joker. They begin to laugh manically as the scene ends. The film ends with Selina visiting her mother's grave before her and Bruce ride off to the distance. The last few seconds show a goodbye in green text, hinting at the Riddler's website. It's a work of art, a true detective story telling the tale of Batman's second year. I was hoping for a great movie and was not disappointed. The movie, while long at some points, was incredible to watch, and the actors were incredible in their performances. The suit is also a highlight for me, as it is unique, not too armoured, inspired by many different versions of Batman's iterations, comics and movies alike. The music is one of the highlights of this film, as well as Something in the Way. Michael Giacchino's incredible music flair came through with this movie's epic orchestral somber music. The main music, Batman theme, is awesome, and I really like this version of the Cape Crusaders theme song. Riddler's theme is creepy and really embodies his character, and the other music just really fits the genre. Many comics inspired this film, namely the three sold in a box together to promote the movie: Batman Year One, Batman The Long Halloween, and Batman Ego. I myself have read two of the three and could spot many parallels and many sequences that were inspired or taken from these books. Some other comics it was inspired was from Zero Year storyline and the Earth One comics, and everything from these comics was adapted well and was done well and was expertly put into the film. I'd rate it 9 out of 10. Well, with that being said, thanks for watching, like and subscribe. I really hope you enjoyed my review, as I spent a lot of time working on the video. Anyway, see you next time. Goodbye!
Oh, I hate you.